They took them to court that money belonged to Nigeria. And it doesn't make any sense for anybody to be saving that money. That money must be shared. Remember, from 20.5 billion, they shared the money until the money got down to 7.5 billion. But guess who they blamed for it? They said Jonathan spent the money. They shared the money to all the states because they say, yeah, it's money from crude oil. And according to the constitution of Nigeria, money from crude oil must be, once it's sold, it must be shared. Nobody should save any money. Obasanjo saved it. He saved the money. APC, Egbekegbe forced them to share it. They went to court. Until Jonathan was like, no, we can't share everything, but we share some. That's how we're going to do it. What did they do with the money? What did the states do with the money? They looted it. By the time Jonathan was going, 7.5 billion was left in that account. Today, do you know how much is left in that account? I'm not joking, though. Whatever is left in that account now is not up to $1,000. Yeah, billion to thousand. You think it's not a joke? I think they've even closed the account, Seth. It's probably like a dormant account now. Nobody added any penny. Did Nigeria stop selling crude oil? When APC, Egbekegbe took over in 2015, did Nigeria stop selling crude oil? Because from that moment, Nigeria entered Canal. Nigeria economy entered Canal. 700,000 barrels of crude oil was being stolen every day. For 8 years of Bokwari. Condition Nigeria, man. God damn it, man. To the point that they traced some of the stolen crude oil to China, to Switzerland. And guess what? When they found the oil and the country decided to pay them, Malamu and his gang, they collected the money and shared it. Not even Nigeria. Malamu and his gang decided to take it as a legal case. And they won at the international court that says that crude oil was stolen from Nigeria. The money must be paid to Nigeria. Malamu and his gang diverted that money. The few ones they found, I think 300,000 barrels or something they found. These guys came and looted Nigeria blind. Until tomorrow, they will still tell you they are trying to fix the mess of PDP. And you, that is a victim of a mismanaged country, you are on social media, you are writing think pieces, explaining this and that to defend these Olori Burukus. And I'm asking you now, what is left? What is now left that you think they are reforming, that is causing this your hardship, blah, 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 that in another 4 years or 5 years, you are going to, Nigeria Naira is going to become stronger, the economy is going to be better. What? I don't expect answer though. I'm just kind of speaking straight into your subconscious mind. So the Templars, you have been reformed, you have been refined, you know the truth, and it hurts. It hurts so bad when you see what they have done to Nigeria and the children in Nigeria. The children, they have destroyed their future. The children, they have stolen their future. They will never get it back. Ever. They won't. They will never have access to better education. They will never have access to better healthcare. Ever. Now they won't even have access to any balanced diet. When they are turning majority of you into prayer warriors. Let us pray for Nigeria. Let us pray for the contraption to work. Close your eyes, let us pray. And then you close your eyes. By the time you open it, they've looted you blind. If you are not comfortable with this, then go and contest the election and vote them out. Really? Vote them out. Like you are going to wait and vote them out. It is so unfair. See, when I look at all of this, when I think of it generally, I'm like, it is really, really unfair. Is it because the people are so ignorant and they're like, I don't know, like so miseducated or poorly educated that cause this level of ignorance that they do not know the damages these guys have done to them or they are still doing? So it hurts. Alone. It does. It does hurt. It's unfair. It's not fair. It's not. These children you see around, you see educated people in position of those ones, we have rogues, criminals in position of authority. And you see educated people that knows better. Let us advise the government. We need to advise we need to advise the government. How do you advise people who are intentionally doing this to people with no consequences? Nothing. The majority of you now who are in the middle class, who claim to be the middle class, some of you don't even know what's going on. You do not even want to know. You have elevated ignorance to an enviable level that you cannot be like, or more. I'm jealous of your ignorance. So how can you be so ignorant? Like how? Economic illiterate, speaking grammar, speaking phonetics, speaking this and that, and you're watching these rogues mortgage the future of millions of people. Like, I saw a video where this is on Insecurity, right? A local government chairman in Sokoto was lamenting, and they invited their Patawale, a terrorist himself, a terrorist sponsor, sympathizer, somebody who have his own terror group armed to that like mining gold for him, rather than him face the real, the charges for his crime. He is rewarded as a minister. I mean, out of 48 ministers appointed by Tifnumbu, 34 of them, 34 of the ministers are criminals. Others, they are not clean up, but 34 are known career criminals, former governors, former this and that. What's that guy's name? Akume, who happened to be a former governor, a criminal. He was a minister of planning or something under Bukwari. Now he is the secretary to the government of the Federation of Nigeria. Look around. What do you expect? Like, what do you really expect when you have those who are supposed to be in jail? They are being protected by the people that are supposed to put them in jail. I don't understand. Opatawale was somewhere in Sokoto where they said that the terrorists are the ones who are appointing emirs, removing emirs, removing village head and all that. And there's almost nothing anybody can do. So he was there, protected, guided. Somebody who is supposed to be prison. And they are telling you that Nigeria everything is, it's unfair. It is totally unfair.
Shugabannin tsaro da muke tare da su da 'yan jarida al'ummar garin Gombe.
Ku bude.
Masu girma na fafatikar da ake yi domin tabbatar da ganin zaman lafiya da tsaro a wannan yanki namu.
ya kawo da zai tutu cikin wannan
So kake da kashe.
ba ka shiga da can ciki
Jama'a shi muna ungon nan ne.
Here for you, come to see how you are doing. It is the responsibility of the village to protect the territorial integrity of our nation. Therefore, it is our own responsibility to follow up to see what successes have we recorded. If you recall, our first visit to Sokoto, we recorded a lot of successes by eliminating some of the leaders of the bandits. And the rest are sure that even this my visit, we are going to do more. We are going to bring some of them by any way, inshallah, either to kill them or to bring them alive. Therefore, we are here for this operation, and we have the proof and encourage them. And I'm so excited how people appreciate our effort for telling us that for the first 8 years, there is no any intention or any government official that follow the rules that we have followed. People are saying that those roads are blocked by bandits. Today, we successfully opened all the roads that were blocked by bandits. Therefore, I'm happy with that. And I assure the people of Sokoto that the federal government is with them and will ensure the safety and security of all the students. And all the governors of the Northwest is to come up together. It's a collective responsibility for all of us. The security challenges is not just for federal government alone. It is for all of us, including you, the media. Therefore, I call upon all the governors from the Northwest to come up together to team up with the federal government so that we can achieve what our people give us the mandate to. The major issue in the Northwest is security. We all know it. Therefore, how are we going to team up to confront this criminal? It is a teamwork. We have to work together. We shall be ourselves, and we shall provide a good leadership to the citizens of this country.
From the communities, you understand, we have visited so far. You can see how, they are working, how people, they were happy seeing the presence of the military, you understand, in the areas whereby in the past 4 to 5 years, no official have ever visited. Today, alhamdulillah, we have visited that place so more especially in a place like Gidan Sale, the road we pass through, the project road we pass through from Gidan Sale down to Kuala. No official have ever visited.
It is the kind of the show off that make people think these guys are indeed interested in providing security for them. No, they are not. You can't have terror or terrorist sponsor then come to fight the terrorists. But you know, the thing is, he will likely use his office, which is what they have been doing, to chase the ones that are not in their camp. But the victims, the people will always be the victims. Vincent Brown, I kind of see your comments. And you know why I am, I am expected to highlight your comment. Once you put a super chat question up, okay? But here is something I will say. Somebody already answered you, but because I am likely going to be quoted, okay? My reaction to that, because I saw it, is that you do not need the UK Prime Minister or UK number 10 per se, number 10, which is Downing Street, right? You do not need Downing Street before you can move for Yoruba Nation. The most important thing is that you cannot have a petition given to number 10 for Yoruba Nation when you are promoting and supporting Tifnumbu back in Nigeria. Tifnumbu that is 100% against the emergence of Yoruba Nation, okay? So it is contradictory. And what you can possibly say is that, you know, it's just like a new vista of, there is a word for that. I use the word scheme. You have no idea how much that is, you know, how much money or how much fraud that is going to help them sort of, you know, propagate for the next few months. Okay? I won't say more than that. So what you really need is that when the Yorubas, right, when the Yorubas in Yoruba land agrees that they are done with Nigeria, they won't need number 10's letter or what do you call it? United Nations. I don't know how many of you will remember when they are brandishing the United Nations petition that they wrote in 2021 or 2022? Yeah, the one that that declared Yoruba Nation. I don't know if you remember that one. So, but this one is the latest. So they're going to run. They're going to run our people straight, and most of the people they will run straight at the Abroadians. There are people who really want Yoruba Nation from abroad. There are so many Yorubas who have been in, especially in this UK and all over the world, who really desires that Yoruba should be out of their place, out of Nigeria. So now so that they run them straight. So with what you saw, they also had a video of a street rally too, you know, where they had a rally. I was invited, but I was like, nah. You know, I was invited to that nonsense, by the way, but I was like, nah. I am not going to fall for that crap again. I fell for it a while, until I got to know this, you know, until I got to know, I'm gonna know. Man, I don't know if I put this on the screen, you won't see the name of this person. Okay, let's see. So I was invited to where they, you know, it's about validation, so, right? So I fell for it before, where I use my platform to help them promote some of these things, right? Because, yeah, sometimes they look legit until when Tifnumbu came, and then you realize that it was all fraud, lies. So they won't really sit where I sit. They won't really kind of have somebody like me around. Because the question is going to be like, can I see the content of that nonsense you are putting up there? But again, when Yorubas want Yoruba Nation, I think everybody will know. And that's why we are doing our best to kind of educate our people. It is a good thing that we want our people out of that, you know, out of that contraption, sincerely. But there are those who have opened shop on it. And yeah, they're going to run it and run it and run it. And then, yeah, Igboho himself will join them. You know, it is what it is. So, to those who really want a Yoruba Nation and all of that, they must know that anybody who wants a Yoruba nation, okay, it has to come from the people, because the majority of us, like back in Nigeria, in Yoruba land, as it is, you need them to understand why we want Yoruba nation, or why we must have Yoruba nation, okay? So not this kind of like, so the Lano and the guys who are running things is so rotten, so rotten that please don't drag me into it again, okay? I just have to answer you, Vincent Brown, okay? But the thing is that, as it stands, right, you cannot want Yoruba nation from London or send a letter to number 10, probably just drop it somewhere in the trash can after they left. But yeah, they had their picture taken in front of the place. And then people will need to donate money. We need to donate money, okay? So that we can put our army together, the Yoruba army, and others that we need to protect Yoruba land. It's all small screen. But yeah, because people we have this I've met a lot of them. I've met a lot of genuine Yorubas, elderly men and women, who genuinely want us to leave that place. And they've ended up in the hands of career thieves, who are mostly like, just milking it. So the next you're going to be hearing soon is that UK Prime Minister has approved this. UK, you don't need the UK. So you won't even see the UK approve the Yoruba nation or break up of Nigeria. You know that. They do not have any say in it. Rather, they will ensure that we remain in that contraption. But when our people, when you have millions of them, who knows why they have to leave that contraption? Not even the governors, the senators or Tifnubu and gang can stop them. But these ones are just like, my opinion. You asked for my opinion, and that's my opinion. It's true. I know them very well. I know them very well, very, very well. I don't think you want to fall into their trap second time. And if you want to, I won't help you or help anybody to fall into their scheme again. Okay? So the day I will see tens of thousands of Yorubas march in Lagos, in Ibadan, in Abeokuta, in Ogun State, or Oshun, Ondo, even you yourself go to say, people say Yorubas are ready. You get what I mean? But presently, the only people who are actually against the emergence of Yoruba nation, they are the Yorubas themselves. The likes of Tifnubu and Co. They do not want Nigeria to break up. If Nigeria is going to break up, maybe after they have looted wherever they will loot for 8 years, satisfied, then we can start talking. They can start talking about Yoruba nation again. So these are just charlatans, clowns. Okay, but let them enjoy it. At least it's social media, right? Let's leave that one. Okay. Remember this guy, Kenneth? I picked on few things here to say just 2 days ago, and I've wanted to share it before we continue. He's talking more about the inability of the opposition, so to say, to form enough force that could tackle the likes of Tifnubu and gang. So I'll share this, then we'll go to another one. I just use that. Take a break.
Choose to fight for yourself. Now fuel is 1,200. I was in this place and told them that even if Dangote refinery comes on air, that it will not be cheap. I told them hunger will continue. I told them this policy is unsustainable. My words are there. I am an economist. I read business administration. And by the basic econometrics, I said the only thing removing subsidy is beautiful. It's embarrassing. You're an oil producing nation and you're paying subsidy. That is paying for incompetence and corruption. Now, incompetence that your refineries are not working. Corruption that even when they are not working, if we import 40 million liters, you say it's 60 million liters. So if you remove the corruption, remove the incompetence, let your refineries work, remove monopoly, saturate the system with supply, and end monopoly, you don't need subsidy. And these things are easy. China built hospital during the COVID-19 in 6 days that accommodated 2,000, 3,000 persons. Nigeria, for 30 years, cannot repair the refineries.
Right.
Who did this thing to us? Okay. May God forgive all of us.
Right. Mr. Kenneth.
Oh, this is just sheer madness.
Right. Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo, thank you so much for joining us on Arise Prime Time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, first of all, I said this before and I'm saying it again. I have no business with any Abure-led Labour Party. So that is settled. At any point in time, it is decided that Abure is the chairman of Labour Party. That ends it for me, for that Labour Party. Because we set out saying we would destroy the structure of criminality. And that agenda has not been removed. But that's, by the way, it's important to note that before Abure went to court, INEC has rejected him. The elected members rejected him. Members of Labour Party did not vote for him. By his own admission, recall that Abure said he came out unopposed. Abure said everybody in that NWC came out unopposed. So that's an admission that no single member of Labour Party voted for them. So you cannot sit down in your house or the backyard